Wednesday, March 12, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help, end the stigma. On the news this morning, President Tinubu addresses lingering political crisis in Rivers State. Governor Fubara reaffirms commitment to Supreme Court judgment. Supreme Court clears EFCC to probe Odili's tenure as Rivers governor. Police arrest suspects linked to killing of stadium security in Rivers State. On the foreign scene, Israel steps up attacks on Gaza. Details of these and more after this break. With the news now, President Bola Tinubu says he has advised Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara to follow the path of peace in resolving the political crisis in his state. President Tinubu stated this on Wednesday while playing host to leaders of the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, at the presidential villa, Abuja, while expressing concern that the crisis has persisted despite his mediation. The president said he spoke with Governor Fubara on Monday on the need for amicable resolution, as the Supreme Court has ruled on the matter.
I put it more back in your court. Was privately, openly, I have intervened, answered the governor. Only yesterday I told him again, pursue the path of peace. I have total confidence in our judiciary. Human beings can make errors, but when the Supreme Court is spoken, they are sick. Please go back home and help him implement those recommendations within the shortest possible time.
The president, however, restated his administration's commitment to developing the Niger Delta and ensuring that the people benefit from economic and infrastructural projects like new port and coastal road projects.
Nigeria is just too big than any one of us. Determination, perseverance, everything that we can do to make it better. Community development is a matter very close to my heart. Yes, Niger Delta is the goose that lays the golden egg. But don't kill the goose. Otherwise it means the golden egg permanently. I got your signal and I got your concern, particularly concerning Rivers State.
Now, earlier, the Pan-Niger Delta Forum PANDEF delegation led by King Alfred Dieter-Spith and Obong Victor Atta pledged their support for the federal government. They also urged the president to intervene further in Rivers State to prevent instability in the region. The PANDEF leaders in the delegation include the co-chairman, Board of Trustees, Obong Victor Atta, Chairman, Board of Trustees, King Alfred Dieter-Spith, and National Chairman, Godknows Ighale. Meanwhile, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has again promised to implement the Supreme Court judgment fully. The governor gave the assurance during the commissioning of 7 units of 5-bedroom duplexes for Rivers judges at the OGRA Port Harcourt.
What is important is the interests of our state must be above our personal interests.
I want to say it here very loud and clear to everyone. The Supreme Court has given a judgment. My administration is going to implement the judgment to its fullest. The reason is clear. It's not about me. It's about the good of this state. I can assure you publicly that any day, anytime, I have not gone back by that my statement. Nothing is too big to pay for peace in this state. I will live, but the good work that I've done will speak.
The governor acknowledged that the past 16 months have been rough for his government.
It has not been an easy 16 months, but what is important is the interests of our state must be above our personal interests. We can imagine the kind of waste that has taken place in both sides. These are money that if we have used it in the affair of this state, there would have been a lot of things to show.
In his remarks, the Chief Judge of the state, Justice Chibuzo Amadi, thanked Governor Fubara, saying the policy of providing official accommodation for judges had greatly reduced the pressure on judicial officers. In the meantime, the Supreme Court of Nigeria has dismissed appeals filed by the Rivers State Attorney General and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, effectively paving the way for the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to investigate the tenure of former Rivers State Governor Peter Odili. In a ruling delivered on Monday, March 5, John Okoro upheld the leave granted by the Court of Appeal to the EFCC, allowing the anti-graft agency to challenge a long-standing perpetual injunction that had barred it from probing Odili's administration. Odili, who governed Rivers State from 1999 to 2007, secured the controversial injunction from the Federal High Court in Port Harcourt in 2007, preventing the EFCC from investigating, arresting, or prosecuting him, as well as scrutinizing the state's finances during his tenure. The FCC has fought to overturn the injunction since 2008, but the legal blockade had shielded former Governor Odili from its investigations for nearly 2 decades. In another development, the Coalition of Human Rights and Civil Society Organizations in Rivers State has condemned the issuance of an arrest warrant for the chairman and commissioner of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC, by the State House of Assembly. In a statement by the spokesman for the coalition, Nasiba Peterside, and chairman of the National Rescue Mission Rivers Chapter, Dapasisi Oyibo, they described the arrest warrant as undue interference in the affairs of a legally constituted institution. They urged all parties to respect the status quo while court proceedings are ongoing. The group said concerns regarding RISIEC's management should be addressed through the state audit process or relevant regulatory bodies rather than political pressure. As the state prepares for the August 9th local government elections, the coalition reaffirmed its commitment to protecting the independence of the electoral body and warned against any form of harassment or intimidation of RISIEC officials. They called on political actors to uphold due process and allow democratic institutions to function without coercion. Now, still on this, lawyer Achinike Williams Wobodo has of the Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC, retired Justice Adolphus Enebeli to honor the invitation of the State Assembly despite his ongoing court case. Williams Wobodo stated this in an interview with correspondent Suebio Ruari.
The option is for him to honor the lawmakers. If it is issue relating to how they want to go about the election, resources of the state given to you, you are accountable to the people. And the people in this case is the Rivers State House of Assembly. As between the executive and the legislature, the symbol of the people is the legislator.
But constitutional lawyer Innocent Ekwu holds a different view.
I read so that RISIEC has gone to court against the State House of Assembly. If that is the case, both parties are to maintain status quo until the matter is decided by the court of law. It's mandatory that the election will hold. If the House of Assembly set itself as an approach to truncate the conduct of election, then what is its interest? It's not their place to fight to truncate the exercise of state function. It is not the place of the State House of Assembly to say that election state government want to hold. We don't want it.
Rivers State, stay with us. You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. River State representative in the NDDC, Tony Okocha, has defended his renaming of the NTA Apara link to Hardfast. Okocha said he is not aware that the Constitution empowers only the local government to rename roads.
I'm not aware. Yeah, I'm also trying to quote what is obtainable in my office. NDDC is an interventionist agency, and we have done what we think was right. My commission told me that I have a project after me, myself.
Around NTA Apara Link Road shared their thoughts on the renaming.
The road should continue answering the same name that it was bearing before, because it's already known to the whole wide world. And if you are changing it now, it will be very difficult. Like if you want to book a boat, for you to now direct it, they will be confused because they already known that this place is answering Apara Link Road.
It's not a bad idea for me to rename them gradually to get known. It's not a bad idea.
It's not naming the street is my problem. Now the safety of we that living there. We need security. If they will give us gates, have a police post, I think it's preferable than naming. It's not secured. Late in the night, they rob. Middle of the day, where everybody has gone for school run, is lonely. Those that sell small business, you see a guy pretended as if he's walking. When he notice left and right, nobody, he will break out the gun and collect their money.
Well, in a separate development, the River State Police Command has arrested 5 suspected kidnappers who confessed to multiple abductions, including the killing of the chief security officer of the Aduhie Amisiamaka Stadium in Omagwa and his son. In a statement, the command's spokesperson, SP Grace Iringe Koko, said the suspects were apprehended following an criminal activity in Rupoko, Iguruta, Omagwa, and Eche areas. The arrested suspects were identified as 30-year-old Mohammed Bello, 26-year-old Suleiman Omar, 25-year-old Bello Ahmed, 30-year-old Adam Musa, and 22-year-old Abubakar Mohammed, all residents of Rupoko in Obiakwa local government area. According to the police, items recovered from the suspects include 2 AK-47 rifles, 6 AK-47 magazines, 66 rounds of ammunition, 3 locally made pistols, 10 live cartridges, multiple mobile phones, and SIM cards. The police assured residents that efforts are ongoing to dismantle criminal networks in the state. Now, residents of Rumuwoji community in Mile 1, Port Harcourt City local government area of River State occupied Phase 2 of the market yesterday, protesting the recent allocation of shops by the River State government. Now, speaking to journalists, the protesters expressed concerns that the government is allocating shops without considering members of the host community.
The former governor has given the women shades with our certificates ready with us. And it will be unfair that the government will want to come and open the Rumuwoji shades without the knowledge of the community. And we are being left out. We don't know what is happening. And our shades are being allocated to other marketers who we don't know. And we have our certificates with us. It's uncomfortable that the host community that gave the land is here while they are allocating the shades. It's not fair. It's not fair. So they should attend to us first before giving others.
Again, I want to realize that this place belongs to Rumuwoji community. They should carry the market out of this place so that we can make use of our land.
Also speaking, the Community Development Committee chairman of Rumuwoji, Lucky Wobo, said the community has been marginalized. Mr. Wobo also threatened that the community will shut down the functional section of the market if the government fails to comply with their demands.
We got an information last week that the government want to allocate the new Rumuwoji markets, which is domicile in our community. And 96 stores that were allocated to our community women with certificates, they were all denied. And we're not happy about that. There are some two that owns a shop for over 40 years. Like my mom owns one, all revenue is being paid, and today her name is no more. So we're not happy about that. So we're asking the government to revise their decision. And also to carry the community along in terms of doing similar thing like this. So we can be in a round table. So I make bold to say that if the government refuse to listen to adhere to our message to them, we have no other choice to shut down the existing markets.
Meanwhile, Oil Mill Traders Association in Rumuokurusi Market, Obiakpo, local government area of River State, has called for a boycott of commercial activities on March 12th and 19th, 2025, due to what they describe as a growing increase in tickets. In a statement, the spokesperson of the group, Christopher Okonkwo, said the boycott is a way of protesting the imposition of over 21,000 naira on each trader as a weekly ticket. The statement appealed to the River State government and relevant stakeholders to prevail on the leadership of Rumuokurusi for a reasonable reduction in the overall cost of tickets. It said some of the tickets include environmental, 1,000 naira, revenue, 1,000 naira, town council levy, 1,000 naira, development levy, 1,000 naira, community permit, 1,000 naira, legal council levy, 1,000 naira, chairman's ticket, 500 naira, chairman PR, 500 naira, traditional rulers, 500 naira, youth support levy, 500 naira, obstruction levy, 500 naira, sanitation levy, 500 naira, sweeping, 500 naira, environmental, 500 naira, operational permit, 500 naira, community support levy, 500 naira, logistics, 500 naira, security, 500 naira, task force, 500 naira, amongst others. Now, elsewhere, the Rumuaholo community has announced the temporary closure of all businesses in honor of the late paramount ruler of the community, Eze Samuel Kinikanwo Nyegwa, who is to be buried on Saturday. The regent of the community, Sonny Awo Njoho, Secretary Council of Chiefs, Collins Ovuo, and CDC Chairman Innocent Eke, on behalf of Rumuaholo people, said the temporary closure of the businesses will last from Friday to Saturday. While regretting the inconveniences the action might cause shop owners, the Rumuaholo community noted that it took the decision as a mark of respect and last honor for the departed monarch. The Rumuaholo community warned the business community to be wary of mischief makers who are making public statements without the approval of the Council of Chiefs under the watch Chief Sonny Awo Njoho as the regent. The statement said that all businesses will reopen after the late monarch is buried. In other news, a stakeholder in Rumuaholo community, Okechukwu Amadi, says a magistrate court in Elele, Ikwere local government area has restrained Innocent Eke, Henry Azubike Njoho, Nyebuchi Nwogu, Chika Nwogu, Chinedu Amadi, Uncle Wenenda Nyegwa, and Chinedu Amadi from encroaching into the Ohia Minimba along the Ubirikwere Airport Road until the determination of the suit. Now, Mr. Amadi, who said he remains the CDC chairman of the community, in an interview with our correspondent, said he approached the court following the activities of the individuals on the said Ohia Minimba land.
The people that will restrain is Okunyegwa, Chinedu Amadi, Innocent Eke, Chika Nwogu. We took them to court because the activities is disturbing to Rumuaholo people. They try to connect with other people to sell Rumuaholo land. And the Rumuaholo land belongs to Rumuaholo people. Before you do anything, Rumuaholo people has to be in unity. Then know what to do. That land was won in 1961. Rumuaholo has been farming, doing business with the land. Our people are farming there till now.
Mr. Okechukwu Amadi also said that Mike Oyagiri is the only real estate agent contracted by the Rumuaholo community to conduct a survey on its land.
The only person that was earlier contracted to grade, plough, and to map out Rumuaholo land and all that is Mike Oyagiri of Krigos Global Services Limited. He was the person that Rumuaholo in general contracted. Ezebekule Atam. And he says, okay, it's time for Mike Oyagiri. And including myself, the CDC chairman of Rumuaholo. So he's the only person contracted to enter there. And let me tell you one thing. Mike is the only person that has graded the whole land, handed it over to Rumuaholo.
Our correspondent cited the court document signed by the chief magistrate. Whose name is Kilsi Giadom, which showed the listed names. We go on another short commercial break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the news. announced the start of a new round of negotiations with Israel as U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff arrives in the Qatari capital, Doha, to discuss the ceasefire in Gaza. Israel stepped up attacks on Gaza, killing at least 8 people, including a child, as the United Nations and relief groups urged an end to the Israeli blockade on all aid entering the Strip. And that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. President Tinubu has addressed the lingering political crisis in Rivers State, advising Governor Fubara to obey rule of law. Governor Fubara has reaffirmed commitment to Supreme Court judgment. Supreme Court has cleared the EFCC to probe Odele's tenure as Rivers governor. Police have arrested 5 suspects linked to the killing of the stadium security chief in River State. On the foreign scene, you heard Israel has stepped up attacks on Gaza. The news was edited by Chioma Ezinwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.
More Unity for